Mhm.
Good morning, folks. I'm Judge Cowan. You're here today for arraignment on a traffic ticket or tickets that you received either in 2020 or some of you may have cases from 2021. You have three choices today. You can plead guilty. You can plead nolo contendere, which means no contest, or you can plead not guilty. If you plead guilty or nolo, then generally we impose a fine, and we can give you time to pay that fine. If you plead not guilty, then your case will be put on a non-jury trial calendar, and you will receive notice of that future date in the mail. Now, many of you, or probably all of you, have at least one ticket for a tag violation. And right now, because of the COVID backlog, the prosecutors are being very lenient with regard to dismissing those if you've had those issues straightened out since you got the ticket. So we'll inquire about that as to your tag violation, and then hear from the prosecutor if they want to dismiss that ticket. But many of you have other tickets that we'll need to talk about. Now, I do want to talk to you very briefly. We get a couple of common questions. One of them is whether or not a NOLO will save you from points on your driving record. So points generally are assessed by the Department of Driver Services according to law if you are convicted or if you plead guilty to a moving violation. It is true that often a NOLO plea will save you from getting those points. There are exceptions to that. It depends on what type of license you have. It depends on your prior driving history. May depend on your age. And so, I can't guarantee you, nor can the prosecutor, that a NOLO will save you from points. But if you wish to tender a NOLO plea to a moving violation in the hope that it will save you from points, we've been very liberal as well about accepting a NOLO plea from you. The other common question that we get is whether or not whatever you choose to do today, whether it's guilty or NOLO, or if you, after trial, are found guilty, if that will impact your insurance rates. And the answer to that question is we don't have a clue. I mean, the court's not involved in your insurance, and whatever they choose to do with your insurance rates is between you and them. We're not involved with that in any way whatsoever. So I can't answer that question other than to say I don't have a clue. I mean, you would have to explore that with your insurance company if you enter a plea or if you are found guilty. My insurance company's position is that unless I have an accident, they're not going to raise my rates, but everybody's insurance is different. So, all right. So I'm going to go through and call your name. Just unmute when I call your name and let me know you're here, and then we'll talk with you about your tickets. I'm going to go to the bottom part of the alphabet first, just to give all of those whose last name starts with Z or W or whatever an opportunity to get out of here quicker. Normally I go down the alphabet starting with A, and then the poor W's, X, Y's, and Z's are here for 2 hours. So just be patient. We're going to get to you, each and every one of you, but we'll be as expeditious as we possibly can. All right, so is um, Myra Mead present? Kimberly Martin? Jonathan Martinez Vidales?
Isaac.
Sir, you just, the only ticket you have is a tag violation from 2021. Do you have a valid, well, let me ask if that was your car.
It wasn't.
Do you have a valid tag on that car now, Mr. Martinez?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Hernandez, what would the state like to do with that case?
The state would move to dismiss the citation.
All right, I'll grant her motion to dismiss, sir, and you are free to sign off. If you need a copy of that dismissal for any reason, you can obtain that from the clerk of the state court after today.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome. Terrence Mays present. Sherry McCoy. Ms. McCoy, I see that you're here. You had a tag ticket as well. That's your only ticket from 2021, apparently, in State Court of Clayton County at any rate. Was that vehicle owned by you?
Yes.
Do you still have it?
Yes.
Does it have a valid tag on it now?
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez, what would you like to do with Ms. McCoy's ticket?
The state would move to dismiss the citation.
I'll dismiss it, Ms. McCoy. You can sign off.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Is Catherine McGee present?
Present.
Ms. McGee, you had a tag violation and a tag light violation in 2020. Was that a vehicle owned by you?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you still have the car?
Yes, ma'am.
Does it have a valid tag on it now?
It has. I took care of it the next day.
Okay. And is the tail light working?
It's working. I took care of it the next day as well.
All right. And then on January 15th of this year, you had no tail light and obstruction of some portion of your tag tickets. Is that this same car?
That is a different car, Your Honor. It was actually, it has a tag light, but it was raining that night. I believe the officer wasn't just looking at it really closely, but I took off the cover of the car, and then when I took it off, it's the tag light is on.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was sort of partially blocking the illumination. So at any rate, Ms. Hernandez, what do you want to do with these 4 tickets?
The state would move to dismiss all 4 citations.
All right. Since you took care of everything, Ms. McGee, she'll dismiss them and I'll grant her motion to dismiss. You're free to sign off.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Bye-bye. Mary McGee. Marquez McGill.
Here.
Mr. McGill, you had a tent violation and decal violation in 2020. Was that a vehicle owned by you?
Yes.
Do you still have that car?
Yes.
Have you had the tent reduced or stripped?
Yes, it's stripped.
And you have a valid tag now?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Hernandez, what would you like to do with his 2 tickets?
The state would move to dismiss both citations.
All right, I'll dismiss them, Mr. McGill. You can sign off.
All right, thank you.
Erica McClendon. James McQuiston.
I'm here.
Mr. McQuiston, you had a tag violation in 2020. Did you own that car, sir?
Yes.
Do you still have it?
Yes.
Do you have a valid tag now?
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez, are you going to dismiss his ticket?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'll dismiss it, sir. You're free to sign off.
Thank you.
Myra Mead. Cassandra Meredith.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Ms. Meredith, you had 4 tickets: license not on person, 2 child restraint violations, and a tag violation. Was that a vehicle owned by you? Ms. Meredith,
Yes, it was.
do you still have that car?
No.
Do you own a different vehicle right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Does your current vehicle have a valid tag?
Yes, ma'am.
She's saying yes, Ms. Hernandez. All right.
Buenos
So
días.
Ms.
No,
Ms. Hernandez, license not on person, what do you want to do with that ticket?
Do you have your license now, ma'am? With you?
Yes, I do.
Okay, the state would move to dismiss, the citations.
All right. And are you going to dismiss the tag ticket?
Yes, Your Honor, I believe I heard her say she does have a valid tag on her current vehicle.
All right. And what are you asking the court to do on these 2 child restraint tickets, Ms. Hernandez?
Ma'am, do you have your child's car seat now?
Yes, ma'am. I left the same night and bought chocolate seats for my children. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the state would move to dismiss those as well.
Okay. Well, she's being kind, Ms. Meredith. She's going to dismiss all 4 tickets. You keep your children restrained in your vehicle. You've seen some of the pictures I have of dead children on the side of the road. You wouldn't ever take that risk. But she'll dismiss all 4 of them. You can sign off. All right. Anthony Merricks.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Anthony Merricks. Ray Mitchell Miller or Miller Mitchell. Derek Mivens. DePoy, I don't know if I'm saying that right, last name is Moyes. Mospello Matgotsane. Patricia Montgomery. DeQuandre Moore. Jeremy Mosley. Isaiah Moss. Samira Murphy. Travis Myers. Diane Nichols. Kayla Obiekwe. Ryan Oliver.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Oliver, you had a tag violation and a taillight violation back in 2020. Was that a vehicle owned by you?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you still own that car, sir?
Yeah, ma'am.
Do you have a valid tag and a working taillight on it?
Yeah, I do.
All right. Ms. Hernandez?
The state would move to dismiss the citations.
All right, we'll dismiss both tickets, Mr. Oliver, since you took care of the problem. You're free to sign off, sir.
All right.
Tiffany Pagan. Melinda Parler. Mr. Walker, I'm on the P's. That's why I haven't called you yet. Tamara Patrick. Jasmine Patterson. Correa Perez.
No, ma'am.
Oh, what is your name, sir?
Mospello Mokwachani, ma'am.
It starts with an M.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I haven't
M as
called
in
your name.
Michael. Oh, okay.
Maybe I
My
did
bad.
earlier. Sorry. I was on
Yes,
the
ma'am.
M's, wasn't I?
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
let me find you. Is it M-O-K?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I see. All right, sir, you had a tag violation in 2020. Did you own that car?
The work.
Your internet connection is bad, sir. You're not, I
No,
can't hear
ma'am.
you. Sir, your internet connection is bad, so I couldn't hear what you were saying. It was drug out.
Sorry, Your Honor.
There you go.
That was a work truck, ma'am.
Okay. Do you still work for the same people?
No, ma'am.
Ms. Hernandez, what do you want to do with his ticket?
The state would move to dismiss the citation.
All right. Since it belonged to your employer and you may not have had a choice but to drive it, she'll dismiss it, sir. You can sign off.
Thank you, ma'am. Have
Okay.
a wonderful day. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. I forgot where I was. Tiffany Pagan, Melinda Parler, Tamara Patrick, Jasmine Patterson, Correa Perez, Mario Porter, Brittany Powell, Lyric Pride, Mujahid Quintero, or maybe
Yes,
it's,
ma'am.
all right.
No, you actually pronounced that perfectly.
Okay. So in 2020, you had a tag ticket. Did you own that car?
No, ma'am.
How do you know the person who owned the car?
She's my sister. Or she
Does
is
she
my
have a valid tag on there now?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So Ms. Hernandez, are you willing to dismiss the tag ticket?
Yes, Your Honor.
But Mr. Quintero, you also had a stop sign violation. Do you want to plead guilty or nolo? If you do, then Ms. Hernandez, are you asking for a $50 fine plus surcharges?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then if you plead either guilty or nolo to the stop sign, you'd actually have to pay somewhere around $80 because of surcharges on a $50 fine. You don't have to do that. You can plead not guilty. What would you like to do with that ticket, sir?
I think I'll go ahead and plead guilty, Your Honor.
Okay. So can you pay the approximately $80 by February the 28th?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you know how to use the chat feature on Zoom here?
Not sure.
It's okay. If you don't mind just stating your email, we need to email you the payment instructions, Mr. Quintero.
Yes, ma'am. That email would be M as in Mike, J, and Quintero, my last name, 77@gmail.com.
All right. Look for an email from an address at claytoncountyga.gov, either this afternoon or maybe next week. It'll probably come to you this afternoon. That will tell you how to pay that amount by February 28th to our clerk. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
I reckon we have your correct address since you got the notice to appear today. Is your address where you got notice to appear today still your address?
No, ma'am.
Oh, okay. You're not on Lakeside Trace in Riverdale anymore?
No, ma'am. My family still is, but I moved out.
Would you provide your current address, sir?
Yes, ma'am. 5890 Riverdale Road, apartment P11.
Okay. That's College Park, 30349.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. We'll make sure we have that corrected then as well. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, thank you, Mr. Quintero. You can sign off.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good one.
Thank you. Naya Raji.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here.
Mr. Raji, you had 3 tickets in 2020. You had improper use of a dealer tag, tent violation, and speeding in a school zone. So are you a dealer?
Yes, I am, ma'am.
Okay.
And wasn't speeding. That I think the officer that morning, I don't know what was going on, but actually, I was just dropping my daughter off at school, and I was
So
coming
are
out.
you saying, sir, that you wish to enter a not guilty plea and come back and have a trial on those tickets?
I mean, if that's you know, I'm not sure at this moment, but you know, I
Your other
wasn't.
option is to plead guilty or nolo. If you plead guilty or nolo to speeding, Ms. Hernandez, are you asking for a $50 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then you'd pay about $80 for that if you want to enter either a guilty or nolo plea, sir. The tag issue, I presume you have a valid tag. It's just allegedly you were using a dealer car for personal use.
No, ma'am. I'm actually a dealer. I was on my way to the auction. Like I said, I was dropping my daughter off at school and on my way to work when he pulled me over.
Was
So
that car then auctioned off?
correct. The car's already sold now. I don't have the
All
vehicle.
right. So
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez, if he wants to plead to the speeding, are you willing to drop the other 2 tickets?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So your choice is guilty or nolo to speeding with about $80 because of surcharges on the fine, and she'll dismiss the other 2, or not guilty to everything, and we'll put them on a trial calendar. Mr. Raji, what would you like for us to do?
Maybe a no low because I really would like to get it over with. It's been since I think 2020. We've been,
Right.
you know, so it's just
I
right.
know well, we got a terrible backlog in our traffic division because we were not able to hold court in the courthouse for a while for
I know.
large calendars. All right, sir. So we'll do your no-low plea on the speeding, and the other 2 tickets will be dismissed. It's around $80 with surcharges. That would be due by February the 28th. Would you please, do you know how to use this chat feature?
No, ma'am, but I can go to the. Is it okay if I go to the courthouse and just pay it?
Yeah, but we do need to email you something. Would you provide your email address for us, please?
Yes. There's my first and last name #4 @gmail.com.
Okay. So you're going to get the payment instructions emailed, and it'll have the total amount due. You should get that this afternoon, Mr. Raji, from an email address from claytoncountyga.gov. I just need to verify we have your current address. Do you still live on Deerfield Way in Rex?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right, look out for that email. You can pay it in person here at the courthouse or pay it online after today. Any questions?
Okay. Thank you so much, man. Do you know how much is everything's gonna be? Like,
It's around $80. I mean, sometimes it's $73.25 because of surcharges, and sometimes it's $83.25. And just beyond my understanding, I think it has to do with the date, but the correct amount will be on the emailed paperwork.
okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Okay. Take care, Mr. Raji. Antoinette Randall. Cornelius Rayner. Philip Reese.
Yes, I'm here, Your Honor.
Mr. Reese, you have a tag violation sometime in 2021. Did you own that car?
Yes, ma'am, I did own the vehicle.
You don't own it now?
Yes, ma'am, I still own it.
Oh, does it have a valid tag now, Mr. Reese?
Yes, ma'am, I have a valid tag and everything.
All right. Ms. Hernandez, are you willing to dismiss his ticket?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I'll grant her motion to dismiss. Mr. Reese, you can sign off.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Canada Reed. Nakira Reeves. Anita Reed. Marcus Reed, Ramel Reme or Reme, I don't know, R-E-M-E, Hernan Ray del Castillo, Dominique Richardson, Latoya Riley, Leslie Rivers.
Here.
Ms. Rivers, you had a tag violation in 2020. Did you own that car?
Yes.
Do you still have it?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a valid tag now?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you willing to dismiss her ticket, Ms. Hernandez?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I'll dismiss it, Ms. Rivers. You can sign off.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Cheston Robinson. Selena Robinson. Shakira Robinson. Brianna Rodriguez. LaQuavia Ruth. Stephen Sampson.
Here, Your Honor.
Mr. Sampson, you had in 2020 a decal tag violation and a tent violation. Did you own that car?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you still have it?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a valid tag on it now?
Yes, ma'am.
And have you either had the tent reduced or stripped from the windows?
Reduce.
Ms. Hernandez, are you willing to dismiss his 2 tickets?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we'll dismiss them. Mr. Sampson, you can sign off.
Thank you. You all have a good day.
Thank you. Jacqueline Shields. Alex Simmons. Whitney Simmons. Nigel Sims. Jordan Skinner.
Yes, I'm here.
Mr. Skinner, you had 3 tickets in 2020. You had failing to update your address on your driver's license, invalid tag, and, well, expired tag, and failing to register a vehicle within 30 days. So have you taken care of all 3 of those issues, sir?
Yes, I did. I'm actually a Florida resident.
Okay. But whatever vehicle you drive is properly registered and tagged in the state that you live in?
Yes, ma'am.
Does your driver's license have a valid address on it or current address on it?
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez, based on his assurance that he has all that straightened out, are you willing to dismiss his 3 tickets?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I'll dismiss them, Mr. Skinner. You can sign off.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Richard Slack. Trendwell Small. Davina Smith. Diana Smith. Quentin Spivey. Brianna Starks. Murad Stevens.
Present.
Mr. Stevens, you had a tag violation in 2020. Did you own that car?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you still have it?
No, ma'am.
Do you own a different vehicle now, Mr. Stevens?
Yes, ma'am.
Does it have a valid tag on it?
Yes, it does.
Ms. Hernandez, are you willing to dismiss his tag ticket from 2020?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'll dismiss it, Mr. Stevens. You keep everything valid so you don't have to come see us again.
All right. Thank you.
All right, bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Ethan Stevenson. Clifford Stewart. Deandris Stinson. Aaron Strozier.
Here. Present.
Are you Mr. Strozier?
Yes, ma'am.
You had a tag violation in 2020, Mr. Strozier. Did you own that car?
Yes, ma'am.
Still have it?
Yes, ma'am.
Does it have a good tag on it now?
Yes, ma'am. Everything is up and good now.
All right. Are you going to dismiss his ticket, Ms. Hernandez?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll dismiss it, Mr. Strozier. You can sign off.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. DeAndre Tatum or Deandra Tatum. Aaliyah Taylor. Michael Taylor.
Yeah, ma'am.
Mr. Taylor, you had a tag violation in 2020. Did you own that car?
No, I did.
Do you still have it?
No, I don't.
Do you have a different vehicle now, Mr. Taylor?
Yeah, I have a different vehicle, but it wasn't my vehicle I was driving in.
Oh, all right. Whose car was it? Not their name, but how did you know them?
Oh no, it was a friend car. I was driving a friend. I wasn't even driving, really, to be honest with you. For real.
Okay. Well, I don't know, Ms. Hernandez. It wasn't his car. He's got a different car. Mr. Taylor, your car that you own has a valid tag.
The car that I own now got a valid. Yeah, the car that I own got a valid tag, but not.
Okay. Ms. Hernandez, are you willing to dismiss his ticket based on all that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I'll dismiss it, Mr. Taylor. You can sign off.
Thank you so much.
All right. Alexis, Tennessee.
Good morning, I'm here.
Ms. Tennessee, you had a tag violation in 2020. Did you own that car?
Yes, ma'am.
You still have it?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have a valid tag on it, Ms. Tennessee?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you going to dismiss her ticket, Ms. Hernandez?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll dismiss it, ma'am. You're free to sign off.
Have a good day.
Thanks. Marquise Thomas. Scott Thomas. Jamel Thompson. Peggy Thornhill.
Yes, I'm present.
Ms. Thornhill, you had a tag violation and a traffic control device violation in 2020. Is your tag issue been straightened out?
Yes, ma'am. It was my daughter's car. She no longer has the car.
Okay. You want to plead guilty, NOLO, or not guilty to the other ticket? NOLO might save you from some points. Ms. Hernandez, are you asking for $50 fine plus surcharges for that ticket?
Yes, Your Honor.
No low.
All right. NOLO, around 80 though is the total, Ms. Thornhill, with surcharges. That will be due by February the 28th. Would you please state your email address so the clerk can email you the payment instruction information?
Is it okay if I just dial your 1-800 number to pay that ticket over line on the phone?
I don't have a, Ms. Jeffers, is that something available?
Yes, they should be able to pay online.
She's
If
talking
they
about
want to do that,
calling
they
in and trying to
can.
pay it on the phone.
We can provide, I mean, we can email it to her and provide that to her, but we would need her email address. That way we can also send her the information.
Okay. It's P as in Paul Thornhill at yahoo.com.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Jeffers. So, Ms. Thornhill, you'll see it email arrive later on, either this morning or this afternoon, from a claytoncountyga.gov address, and that'll tell you the exact amount due by February 28th and give you those payment instruction information. Do you still live on Pecan Grove in Ellenwood?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right. You can sign off. Thanks, Ms. Thornhill. Marshall Thornton. Allison Tinsley. Andre Torres. Samuel Torres. Bealu Segaselasi. James Turner. Are you Mr. Turner?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, you had 2 tickets in 2020 for a tag violation and a defective equipment violation. Have those issues been straightened out by you?
I know I don't have the car no more. I have a new car.
You don't have that car now. Do you have a different car, Mr. Turner?
Yes, ma'am.
Has it got a valid tag?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Ms. Hernandez, are you going to dismiss both tickets?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll dismiss them, Mr. Turner. You can sign off.
All right, thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Zika Turner.
Your Honor.
Ms. Turner, you just had a tag violation ticket in 2021. Did you own that car?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you still have it?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have a good tag on there now?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you going to dismiss her ticket, Ms. Hernandez?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I'll dismiss it, Ms. Turner. You can sign off.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Julian Turnipseed. Datavius Underwood. Jonas Vance. Yael Vasquez.
I'm here.
Mr. Vasquez, you had a tag violation. You didn't have a updated decal and the tag wasn't attached to the vehicle where it should have been, allegedly. And you were allegedly driving on a learner's permit without a licensed driver in the car. So has the tag issue been straightened out?
Yes, ma'am.
What's the status of your driver's license now?
I have my license. I took my my driving course to reduce those points, and I got my license now.
Okay. Ms. Hernandez, what would you like to do with these 3 tickets?
The state would move to dismiss the citations, Your Honor.
All right. We'll go ahead and dismiss all 3 of them, Mr. Vasquez. You can sign off.
Thank you.
Kayla Wade. Cedric Walker.
Here, Your Honor.
Darius. Oh, Mr. Walker, you had in 2021 a tag violation. Has that issue been resolved on the tag?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Are you willing to dismiss that ticket, Ms. Hernandez? Elena, you're muted.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Walker, in July of 21, you also had a following to close with an accident ticket. Ms. Hernandez, are you asking if he enters a guilty or nolo plea to that he pay $50 fine plus surcharges?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Walker, do you want to plead guilty or nolo to that, or plead not guilty and we'll put it on a trial calendar?
Nolo.
All right. So I'm going to impose the $50 fine, but there are surcharges, so the total is actually going to end up being somewhere around $80. Would you please state your email address so the clerk can email the exact amount due with the payment instructions?
I'm writing it in the chat now.
That's fine. She'll see it there. And Mr. Walker, you can pay it online after today or come over to the courthouse and pay it in Jonesboro and pay it in person on or before February the 28th. As I said, the exact amount will be on the email that you get. Do you still live on Shannon Drive in Atlanta?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you have any questions?
No. Is the information going to be sent to my email so that I can pay it over line?
Yes.
Okay.
Look for an email from an address at claytoncountyga.gov.
Okay.
All right. Bye now.
All right. Bye.
Darius Walker. Kathy Wardford. Antonio Washington. Camber Washington.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Let's see. Ms. Washington, you had a tag violation and speeding in 2020. Do you have a valid tag on your vehicle now?
I no longer own the car or any
Okay,
car.
okay. Are you willing to dismiss that tag ticket, Ms. Hernandez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Washington, Ms. Hernandez, are you asking that the court impose a $50 fine if she pleads guilty or nolo to the speeding?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Washington, do you want to enter guilty or nolo plea to that? The total due would actually be around $80, or do you want to plead not guilty?
I'm going to Nova. Thank you.
I'm sorry, I couldn't
And
quite hear. You want to plead nolo to that ticket?
yes, ma'am.
All right, would you either put your email in the chat area or you can state it?
I can state it. It's
Okay.
Cambry24@outlook.com.
So that approximately $80 is going to be due by February the 28th. The exact amount due will be on the payment information. It's going to be emailed to your address from an address at claytoncountyga.gov. Are you still on Victory Lane in Locust Grove?
It's going to be 773.
Sorry, you dropped off. All I heard was 773.
Well, I have a PO box at this time, but I don't have it. I don't know it for sure.
So you don't
If
live
you do
on
it the
Victory
same
Lane?
way- No, I don't live on Victory Lane anymore. But how I got the information is the same way I would like to retrieve it, please. Like I don't want nothing to change because I may not be able to give it.
Yes, ma'am, but I need to have a street address for you.
Okay, I'm ready.
Yes, ma'am.
773 Patriots Point, Locust Grove, Georgia.
Okay, what's the name of the street again?
Patriots Point.
For some reason, every
Patriots
time you
Point.
say it, are you capturing it, Miss? Thanks. Hang on a minute. Are you capturing it, Miss Jeffers?
Yes, I believe it was Patriots Point.
Yes, correct.
Great.
Okay.
All right, good. All right. So we're not going to mail you anything unless you fail to pay. So you'll get the payment instruction. You'll get the payment instructions to your email, though. Okay.
So much. Thank you so much, ladies. Y'all have a great morning.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you.
Devon Washington.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Washington, you had a tag violation in 2020. Do you have that issue straightened out?
Yes, ma'am. But the car been totaled out for almost a year though.
Okay. Ms. Hernandez, are you willing to dismiss his tag ticket?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Washington, you are wanted for another offense that's not related to that ticket. You may want to consult with an attorney or turn yourself in to the Clayton County Jail for that, or you're going to randomly get arrested for it. Just a heads up.
Wanted for what ticket?
It's not a ticket. It's another offense.
Oh, okay. So do I need to talk to an attorney for that?
I would.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
All right, bye. Lamont Weems. Alfred Wheeler.
Yes.
Mr. Wheeler, you had a tag ticket in 2021. Has the issue with that tag been resolved?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, for some reason you faded out just as you said it.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Hernandez, are you willing to dismiss Mr. Wheeler's ticket?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'll dismiss it, Mr. Wheeler. You can sign off.
Thank you, ma'am.
Rontavious Whipple. Colin Whitaker. Jaquan White.
Here.
Ms. White, you had a tag violation in 2020. Has that issue been resolved?
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez, are you willing to dismiss Ms. White's ticket?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'll dismiss it, Ms. White. You can sign
All right.
off.
Thank you.
Demi Williams. Jeffrey Williams, Jenna Williams.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Williams, you had a tag ticket in 2020. Has that issue been straightened out on your tag?
It was straightened out, and then I just had my emissions test. I got a 30-day extension for it.
Okay. Ms. Hernandez, what do you want to do with Ms. Williams' ticket?
The state would move to dismiss the citation.
All right, I'll dismiss this one, Ms. Williams. Take care.
Thank you. You too. You guys have a great day.
Joel Williams, Keith Williams.
Yes.
Mr. Williams, in 2021, you had a tag violation. Has your tag issue been resolved?
Car has since been totaled.
Okay. Ms. Hernandez, are you willing to dismiss his ticket?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'll dismiss it, Mr. Williams. You can sign off.
All right, thank you.
Kayoki Williams, Larry Williams, Lakevis Williams, Leon Williams.
I'm here.
Mr. Williams, you had a tag violation ticket and brake or turn signal violation. You have a valid tag and whatever was going on with the light is fixed.
I don't have the car no more.
Okay. Do you have a different car?
Yes, ma'am.
Does it have a valid tag and everything works on it as far as you know?
Yes, ma'am. It's a new car.
Are you willing to dismiss his 2 tickets, Ms. Hernandez?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll dismiss the tickets, Mr. Williams.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Paulette Williams. Zanaya Wilson. Elijah Whittingham. Rashawn Woodland. Jalexia Woolfork. Betty Ann Wright. Isaac Zico. Caleb Lagos. James Laster. Michael. Oh, Mr. Laster?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You had a tag violation in 2020. Has that issue been resolved on your vehicle, or do you have a different vehicle with a valid tag?
I have a different vehicle with a valid tag.
Ms. Hernandez. Oh, Mr. Johnston, are you willing to dismiss Mr. Laster's ticket?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'll dismiss it, Mr. Laster. You can sign off.
Thank you.
Michael Lavernway. DeSacion Leary. Latera Leftridge. Shannon Lemons. Dominique Lighters. Steve Lipsky. Tiffany Livingston. Sean Love. DeLay Lowry. Luna Toscano.
I'm here. I need interpreter, please.
Well, Ms. Hernandez speaks Spanish. I think she can probably assist me talking with you. Ms. Hernandez, would you inquire of Ms. Luna Toscano if she has a valid tag now on her vehicle?
Buenos días, señora. ¿Usted ya tiene la placa ya está válida?
Sí, tengo una pregunta para la juez.
Okay.
En diciembre 2, recibí 2 cartas en noviembre que tenía la corte el 2 de diciembre. Me presenté, dije, en la carta decía que era a las 10:30. Después, cuando llegué a la corte, dijeron que no, que era a las 9, a la 1:30. A la 1, perdón. Entonces esperé la corte, me dieron la corte y me dije, y les enseñé mi validez de la tab y me dijeron que me fuera. Después recibí otra carta diciendo que tenía la corte con el mismo ticket el 12 o el 11, no recuerdo muy bien porque no las pude encontrar. Entonces quiero saber qué pasó ese 2 de diciembre, si no fue una corte o no lo pusieron, o por qué me pusieron otra corte con el mismo ticket, que es hoy.
Okay, so she says she does have a valid tag, but she was also telling me that she's been here, or she got a notice in the mail to come in December, and she had presented showing that she had a valid tag, and they excused her. She said she had court that day, but so she was not sure why she got a new notice for the same, she believes it's the same citation, for the same ticket.
I'll dismiss her ticket if it has not already been so, Your Honor.
I mean, perhaps what happened, Ms. Luna Toscano, is that we said we were going to do it, and then I neglected to enter that in the computer somehow. So it got rescheduled, but I'm going to make sure I dismiss it today.
Señora, dice la juez que no sabe realmente lo que pasó. Dice que lo único que puede pensar que la juez fue la que se le olvidó poner ahí que íbamos a retirar el ticket, pero dice que ahorita lo está haciendo y usted ya no tiene que recibir ningún aviso nuevo por este ticket.
Ok, muchas gracias. Yo les enseñé el ticket, el que ya tenía el tab,
sí.
Y me dijeron vete, y ya fue
sí.
todo.
Sí, está bien, pero ahorita ya lo vamos a arreglar.
Ok.
Okay.
I just did it, so I wouldn't overlook it again.
Okay, sí, ya es todo, ya lo hizo la juez.
¿Ya me puedo salir?
She's asking if she's free to leave.
Yep.
Sí, ya se puede ir.
Okay. Muchas gracias.
De nada,
All
que
right,
tenga buen día.
now. Shanika Lundy. Someone is not muted.
A lo mejor en la primera corte.
I think that may be Ms. Lopez still. All right, Cicely Kyle.
Yes.
Ms. Kyle, you had a tag violation in 2020. Has that issue been straightened out?
Yes.
Mr. Johnston, are you willing to dismiss Ms. Kyle's ticket?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll dismiss it, Ms. Kyle.
Thank you.
All right, bye now. Savannah Coyote, or something like that. Tyranisha King. Shania Khan.
I'm here.
You had a tag violation in 2020. Has the tag issue been resolved, Mr. Khan?
Yes.
Thank you. You're going to dismiss his ticket, Mr. Johnston?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll dismiss it, Mr. Khan. You can sign off.
All right, thank you.
Ivy Kendall. Yvonne Jordan.
Yvonne Jordan here. How are you?
Hi, you had 3 tickets in 2020. Headlight covering issue, tag violation, failure to dim your headlights.
Yeah.
You have a valid tag now?
Actually, you know what? I was driving my son's car.
Does he have a good tag?
He does, and the tag was good then. He had just purchased the car. The tag had came in the mail, and he failed to put the tag on the vehicle. I only drove that vehicle that night.
Okay.
He was actually, yeah, I know, ironic, right? He was actually working on my car. My son is a sweetheart. He was working on my car, and I used his car just to go to work that night. And if you could look back, which I don't know if you can, look back at the camera, the police officer stated that I had the bright lights on. I said, well, I didn't know because there's no indication on the dashboard. He looked into the car. He said, you're right. There's no indication. He still gave me the ticket. Like I said, my son is here with me also because I told him, you're going to come with me.
Your Honor,
but I did
if I may.
Huh? Sir, I'm sorry. What'd you say?
If I may interject, Your Honor, I would move to dismiss the whole case. I'm fine with that.
Okay. Ms. Jordan, I'll dismiss all the tickets. Thank you for telling us
Sorry,
what was going on. Take care.
I apologize. Thank you
No
so much.
problem. All right.
Have a good day. Thank you,
Thanks.
Mr. Johnson. Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Shakandria Jones. Rasul Jones. Pierre Jones. Sorry, who is talking with me?
Ms. Brown.
I haven't talked to anybody whose last name begins with B yet. Pierre Jones. Erlene Jones. Ashanti Jones. Antonio Jones. Alea Jones. Terry Johnson Fields.
Good morning.
Ms. Johnson Fields, you had a tag ticket and a speeding ticket in 2020. Is the tag valid now on the vehicle as far as you know?
Yes, I had just moved here from California. My husband's vehicle. We had not changed license and everything at that
Okay.
time,
Okay.
but everything is, yes.
Good now. So are you willing to dismiss her tag ticket, Mr. Johnston?
I want to dismiss the tag ticket, Your Honor, and if, I'd recommend a $50 fine on the speeding ticket.
So do you want to enter a guilty or no contest plea to the speeding ticket? You'd be paying around $80 though with surcharges on a $50 fine, or plead not guilty, Miss
Is it gonna
Johnson?
go on to, it's gonna go on my DMV, go to the
Plead guilty
DMV?
or NOLO, then yes, ma'am, we have to report that to the Department of Driver Services by law. NOLO might save you from points, just does depend on some stuff, but sometimes that helps.
Okay, I'll do NOLO.
Okay. So it's going to be approximately 80. It might be a little less or a little bit more than that, due by February 28th. Do you know how to use the chat feature here on Zoom?
Yes, I do.
Will you put your email address in the chat area so the clerk can email you the payment instruction information?
Will do.
And would you
Okay, I'm
please
doing that right now.
Yeah, and also while you're typing, put your current address in there, okay?
I will.
All right. Do you have any questions?
Thank you. No, I was just I know in California you can go to driving school so that it won't affect your points or your record. Do you guys have
Well,
driving school out here where you can?
you can do that in Georgia as well. So why don't you check your driving history on the Georgia Department of Driver Services website in a few days to see if you got points?
Okay, because I really don't think I was speeding. I wasn't familiar with the area. I was dropping my son off early that morning. It was like 6 o'clock in the morning, 6:30 or something like that. And I was going the right speed limit. And then as soon as I approached the school, I slowed down like it said. And I honestly don't believe it, but I don't, it's been so long. I just want to get it over with.
I understand. Yeah, but you can get points removed by going to defensive driving, but check first to see if you even have points before you go through all that trouble.
Okay.
Because maybe the NOLO will save you from that.
Okay, great.
Right.
I know I don't have any points.
I actually do have an address on Forest Hall Place in Fayetteville. Is that the correct address?
That's it. Yes.
Okay. So you don't have to give us your address, just put your email in there.
Okay, I already did it. I already sent all of it.
Oh,
so,
good.
Okay.
All right. I see it all now. All right. You'll get an email from an address at claytoncountyga.gov. We're telling you how to pay that fine on the speeding by February 28th.
Okay, can you tell me one more time where I could go to find out about driver's school?
So you can Google the web address for the Georgia Department of Driver Services. That's the agency that deals with driver's licenses here.
Okay.
And then you can
Thank you
check
so
your
much.
own driving history by your driver's license number.
Okay, great. Thank you. Have a great weekend.
Bye now.
God bless. Bye-bye.
Tavnisha Johnson.
I'm here.
All right, Ms. Johnson, you had a whole little cluster of tickets here in 2021. You had a driver vision obstruction, like maybe a cracked windshield issue, improper use of a dealer tag, expired tag, invalid tag. You had improper use of a dealer tag on a different day and speeding. But let me deal with the tag stuff. So do you work for or are you a dealer?
I'm the acquisition manager.
All right. Anything you want to say about improper use of a dealer tag on these various dates? Allegedly, one of these was February 11th, the other was of 2021, and the other was February
few days
14th
later.
of 2020.
Yes. So I told them I was going to the shop to go ahead and get the car looked at, but they told me that it was still an improper use because the owner wasn't in the car with me. But I told them that I was the acquisition manager.
Okay. All right. So driver vision obstruction, was there a crack in the windshield for that car?
It was, but I don't have that vehicle anymore.
All right. Then on January 12th, 21, you had expired tag, improper use of tag. What happened on that day?
The DMV didn't have any appointments available until months later due to COVID.
Okay, so whatever car that was, you still, you actually have a valid tag, I guess. You own that car?
It was the dealer tag, so the dealer tag is up to date. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Then you have speeding, February 14th, 2020. Mr. Johnston, are you asking if she wants to do a guilty or nolo on that for a $50 fine?
I believe I paid that ticket.
Oh,
I went to court for that and paid that ticket.
let me look. There's no payment reflected for it, Ms. Johnson.
I'm not sure why it isn't.
Well, let me see. Well, we were not having in-person traffic at the time that your case was previously scheduled. So if you believe you came up here to the courthouse and paid it at the clerk's window, there would be a receipt for it because as soon as you pay it, the receipt is generated and docketed automatically.
Okay, that maybe was a different ticket that I paid because it was
Yeah,
like
you've had quite a
300.
cluster here. So do you want to plead guilty or nolo to that and pay about $80 or plead not guilty?
I can pay the $80.
Okay. Do you know how to use the chat feature?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you put your email address in there? Mr. Johnston, what do you want to do with all these other tag things?
Your Honor, given all of that information, I'm willing to cut her a break today and dismiss all of those on that information.
Okay. Well, I see your email there. Ms. Johnston, do you still live on Garden Walk Boulevard?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So I'll dismiss all this other mess, but I've imposed on the NOLO plea a $50 fine plus surcharges for the speeding. You'll get an email from an address from ClaytonCountyGA.gov with the payment instructions for that to pay the total amount by February 28th. I think that will resolve all of your open tickets from 2020 and 2021. Except for something from February 3rd, which is not, for some reason, actually in a status that I can do anything with it. So you'll get notice in the mail for those two tickets
I
from
was just about to
February 3rd.
ask about. I was about to ask about that because I guess because the apartment complex I live in, they always put in the mail in the different mailbox. They came and gave me a notice, but it was already past due, I should say, for the to come online for court.
Well, if you miss court, sometimes they'll reset it just to give you an opportunity because of mail issues. But all we can do, obviously, is we can mail it and hope that the post office delivers it to you. I don't have any way to help you with that notice problem. But at any rate, that's all. Those are still kind of hanging. I'm sorry we can't take care of them today, but everything else is now closed and resolved.
Thank you so much. You all have a great
All
day.
right. Bye, Ms. Johnson. Siraj Johnson. Kalia Johnson. Fernanda Johnson. Dejaneja Johnson. Brianna Johnson. Leah Johns. Mark Jenkins. Brittany Jenkins.
Did you say Kalia Johnson or Aaliyah?
I did.
Kalia?
I did. Are you
Okay,
Miss
yes,
Johnson?
I'm here. Sorry, yes.
Miss Johnson, you had a tag ticket in 2020. Has the issue with your tag been resolved?
Yes, I just failed to put the sticker on there. I had it, and the police officer knew that I had it.
Okay. Mr. Johnston, are you willing to dismiss her ticket?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll dismiss it,
Alright,
Miss
thank you,
Johnson.
y'all. Y'all have a good day.
Thank you. Bye now. Marcus Jabang. Jerry Jackson. Jabril Jackson. Tavante Jackson. Brittany Jenkins. Sims Hudson. Don Howard. Dominique Holmes. Larry Holiday.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Mr. Holiday, you had a tag ticket in 2020. Has that ticket or has that issue with the tag been straightened out?
Yes, Your Honor. He came the same day. This is a work truck.
Okay. Mr. Johnston, are you willing to dismiss Mr. Holiday's ticket?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll dismiss it, Mr. Holiday. Take care.
All right. All right. Thank you. You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Donnie Hoffman.
Excuse me, did you call Stephen Hawking?
Haven't called anybody whose last name is Hall yet. Donnie Hoffman. Edquavius Hines. Triana Henderson.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, Mr. Hines, you had a tag violation in 2021. Do you have that issue now resolved?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you going to dismiss his ticket, Mr. Johnston?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll dismiss your ticket, Mr. Hines. You can sign off.
All right, thank y'all.
Triana Henderson. Carla Henderson. Heather Heights. Karen Hayes. Stephen Hawkins.
Yes, I'm here.
Mr. Hawkins, you had 2 tickets in 2020, one a decal on your tag violation and speeding. Has that been resolved? The decal problem?
Yes, it was resolved then. I just didn't have the sticker. I was waiting for it to be mailed out. It was already paid.
All right. So do you want to do guilty or nolo on speeding? And is it $50 recommendation, Mr. Johnston?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Or plead not guilty to the speeding from that same date, Mr. Hawkins?
Nolo.
All right. So it's about $80 with surcharges. That'll be due by February 28th. What is your email address?
Stephen Hawking, 2015 @gmail.com.
Okay, you'll get an email with the payment information and the exact amount due. Then you had a speeding ticket on January 11th of 2022. Do you want to plead guilty or not guilty to that one? I'm sorry, let me inquire of the prosecutor. Are you recommending $50 for that one also, Mr. Johnston?
Yes, ma'am. I'll give him the same offer on that.
Okay.
You said that January 2022. That's the one I just quote, correct?
No, the other one that you pled NOLO to was from 2020.
Correct. And you
This
said
is
January.
from January 11th, 2022. Yes, that's 2 weeks ago or whatever. Guilty or not guilty to that one? NOLO you can't do because you have the other one from 2020 now.
I'm guilty.
Okay. So you'll get also the payment instructions for that one on the same email. So it's about 80 with surcharges. That also will be due by February 28th. Mr. Hawkins, I'm showing that you're wanted for something else.
Oh no, ma'am, I already been bailed out for that. I don't even know why that's still showing.
Well, I don't know.
I'm
Do you?
working on that, man.
I'm not showing that you have an attorney even, so I don't know what's up with that, but you might want to consult with a lawyer about it because otherwise I suppose the sheriff's going to try to arrest you either again or for the first time for it from something in December.
Yeah, it happened already. I got locked up before Christmas. I was locked up for 5 days and I bailed out. So I don't see why I would get locked up again.
I don't know either. I mean, I'm not the sheriff, so I'm just still showing it as an open and wanted case. So you might want to talk to a lawyer about it, okay?
Okay, I already spoke to a lawyer about it. I'm just saying, I've been
Well,
pulled
let
over.
them know that I told you it's still showing as a wanted case. So they can help
Okay.
you manage that problem.
Okay.
All right. Bye, Mr. Hawkins.
Bye.
Mr. Carlin Harrison. Nicole Harris. Deja Harris. Brianna Harris. Shantia Hardiman.
Yes, I'm here.
Ms. Hardiman, you had a tag violation or decal violation in 2020. Do you have that issue straightened out?
Yes, I had the sticker the same day. I just was rushing and forgot to put it on.
Okay. And speeding from the same day, are you asking for the $50 fine usual recommendation on that, Mr. Johnston?
Yes, ma'am.
So do you want to plead guilty or NOLO for that speeding and pay around $80, Ms. Hardiman, or do you want me to put it on a trial calendar?
NOLO is fine.
All right. Would you either put your email in the chat or you can state it?
It's my first and last name at gmail.com.
So it's going to be around $80 with surcharges. You'll get an email from an address at claytoncountyga.gov with the exact amount and the payment instructions to either pay it online or in person by February 28th.
Okay.
The other ticket, Mr. Johnston, are you willing to dismiss it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'll dismiss the decal ticket, Ms. Hardiman. Do you still live on Kennesaw Court in Columbus?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right. Bye, Ms. Hardiman.
Goodbye. Thank you, Your Honor.
Cedric Hall. Timothy Gullickson.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, you had a tag violation in 2020. Has that issue been resolved?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you going to dismiss his ticket, Mr. Johnston?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll dismiss it, sir. You can sign off.
All right, thank you.
Shaquan Grover. Christopher Grissom. Janet Green.
Here.
Ms. Green, you had a
Hello?
tag violation in 2021. Do you have a valid tag on your vehicle now?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
All right. Will you
My
dismiss her?
husband's truck.
Okay. Will you dismiss her ticket, Mr. Johnston?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll dismiss it, Ms. Green. You can sign off.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Joy Vice Graham. Ashley Grace, Inka Gordon, George Gordon.
Inga Joy, I'm here.
Oh,
Inga Joy Gordon.
Miss Gordon, you had a tag violation in 2020. Is your tag now valid?
Yes.
Will you dismiss her ticket, Mr. Johnston?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll dismiss it, Miss Gordon. Bye now.
Bye.
George Gordon, Richard Goodrich, Adriana Golden, Crystal Glanton, Venus Gillum.
I'm here.
Miss Gillum, you had a headlight either not working or something along those lines and a tag violation. Have those issues been fixed on your car?
Yes, ma'am. What it was is the light was going on and off on the car, but the issue had been resolved.
Great. Are you going to dismiss both of her tickets then, Mr. Johnston?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'll dismiss them, Miss Gillum. You can sign off.
Thank you, guys. Have a good day.
Chadcorius Gilbert, Charity Garrett. Oh, Gary. Sorry, made up a last name. Charity Gary.
I'm here.
Ms. Gary, you had 3 tickets, sorry. You had 2 tickets relating to your tag and not updating an address on your license. Have you taken care of all 3 of those issues?
I did, but I no longer have the car, but at the time I did it the same day.
Okay, and your license has a valid current address on it now?
Yes, it does.
All right. Mr. Johnston, you going to dismiss all 3?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. We'll dismiss them, Miss Gary. You can sign off.
Thank you.
Madeline Gant.
I'm here.
Ms. Gant, you had a tag violation in 2020. Have you taken care of that issue?
Yes, ma'am. I got the tag fixed and I actually have a new car now. I no longer have that.
All right. Will you dismiss her ticket, Mr. Johnston?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll dismiss it. Bye, Ms. Gant.
Thank you so much.
Giovanni Gallo. Kendall Fulmer. Cynthia Freeman. Alicia Fowler. Arthea Foster. Marquette Flowers. Daryl Fleming. Muhammad Fazil.
Yes, ma'am.
So you had a tag violation and a seatbelt ticket. Did your tag issue get resolved?
Yes, ma'am. Next day I get the tag.
All right. And this was allegedly, I guess, you not wearing your seatbelt that day. Do you want to say anything about that?
I'm sorry about that. I was not wearing the seatbelt at that. I'm really sorry for that.
I don't know. You want him to pay the $15 if he wants to resolve that with a guilty or no plea on that one, Mr. Johnston?
Yes, ma'am. I can pay if you want.
You want to plead guilty or no then on that? I don't think that's a moving violation. It doesn't result in points.
Yes, ma'am.
Guilty or no?
No low.
Okay. I think it's around $20 because of surcharges. What is your email so we can email you that payment information, Mr. Fazil?
I can read it. It's M as in a Mary, H as in a Henry, last name Fazil, 64@gmail.com.
Okay. You'll get an email from an address at claytoncountyga.gov for the seatbelt. And I forgot if you said you want to dismiss the tag thing, Mr. Johnston.
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right. And Mr. Fazil, do you still live on I have a weird name of a street.
Yes, ma'am.
Chaplow Lane in Griffin?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Any questions?
No, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Hi, Mr. Fazil.
Thank you.
Janaya Faulkner. Mohammed Fatih.
Here.
Sir, you had a tag ticket in 2020. Has that been straightened out?
Yeah, it's actually my dad's car. He actually exported the car to
Africa, so the car's not even in the States anymore.
Okay. Mr. Johnston, what do you want to do with that ticket?
Your Honor, I'm willing to dismiss it. That sounds like a whole mess.
Okay. Make sure if you borrow one of Dad's cars, it's got a good tag on it, Mr. Fatigue, but we'll dismiss
Definitely.
it. All right.
Thank you.
Bye now.
Bye.
Donnell Eppinger.
Here.
You had expired tag, no decal, and improper display of tag all on the same day. Did you get all that resolved or straightened out, Mr. Eppinger?
Yeah, it was a company truck, but yes, it is resolved.
Mr. Johnston?
I'll dismiss that ticket, Your Honor.
All right. All three of them, Mr. Johnston?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'll dismiss them, Mr. Eppinger. Take care. Bye.
All right, thank you so much.
Sean Elliott. Shabria Ellenwood. Amaya Edwards.
I'm here.
Ms. Edwards, you had a tag ticket in 2020. Has your tag issue been resolved?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you going to dismiss her ticket, Mr. Johnston?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll dismiss it, Ms. Edwards. You can sign off.
Thank you all.
Gregory Dwayne. Monterey DuPont.
Here.
Oh.
Here.
Okay, thank you. You're Mr. Dwayne?
Gregory Dwayne King, yes.
All right. You had a tag ticket in 2020 also, sir. Has that issue with your tag been resolved?
Yes, I no longer have the vehicle.
All right. Mr. Johnston?
I'll dismiss that ticket, Your Honor.
All right. I'll dismiss it, Mr. Dwayne. You can sign off.
All right, thank you.
Monterey DuPont. Taquavius Dunlap.
So you have
Joe.
to sit in the courthouse no more. Technology.
Someone is speaking. I don't know if you were one of those people whose name I just called. Jody Duarte.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Sir, you had a tag violation and following too close with an accident in 2020. Is the tag issue resolved or straightened out?
Yes, it is.
Are you going to dismiss that ticket, Mr. Johnston?
Your Honor, I'll dismiss the tag ticket, and I would recommend a $50 fine on the following too close with accident.
Do you want to do a guilty or no contest plea to that and pay around $80, or do you want me to put these cases on a trial calendar?
A no contest plea.
All right. Would you either put your email in the chat, or you can state it, whichever you're comfortable with.
It's my first and last name, Jody Duarte, 94@gmail.com.
So you'll get an email with the payment instruction information on it, Mr. Duarte, to with the exact amount due by February 28th. The email will come from an address at claytoncountyga.gov. And I pulled up the wrong person and had all kind of stuff on there that I was going, what? All right. And I just need to confirm that you still live on Greenview Drive in Noonan.
No, I have.
You want to state your current address then for us, please?
That's 807 Baywood Circle, Morrow, Georgia, 30260.
Okay. We're not going to mail you anything unless you fail to pay. So. All right, so you'll have until February 28th to pay that either in person or online, and those instructions will be sent to your email. Any questions?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Bye, Mr. Duarte. Cleveland Drayton. Danny Downs. Paulette Dowse. Sharice Dotson. Tioni Dorsey. Chandra Dennis. Sean Dennis, Stacy
That
Davis.
read- Oh my goodness.
Is someone whose
Hello?
last name is Dennis responding to me?
Yes.
Are you Chandra?
Chandria, yes.
Oh, okay. Ms. Dennis, you had a tag violation in 2021. Has the issue with your tag been resolved?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Johnston, are you willing to dismiss her ticket?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we'll dismiss it, Ms. Dennis. You can sign off.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Okay, thank you. Stacy Davison,
I'm present.
you had also some tag violations in 2020. Ms. Davison, has all of the issues relating to your tag been resolved?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Johnston, are you willing to dismiss both tickets?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we'll dismiss them, Ms. Davison. You can
Thank
sign
you very
off.
much.
Vernon Davis, Jason Davis, Dion Davis, Amber Daniels, Michael Crawford, Grishanda Kudre, Jose Corona, Terrell Cordy, Carrie Cooper, Calvin Cooper.
Yes, I'm here.
The person that just said I'm here, what is your name?
Calvin Cooper.
All right. Mr. Cooper, you had a tag violation for transferring a tag that belonged to one car onto another. So all your cars got their proper tag on them now?
Yes.
Are you willing to dismiss that one, Mr. Johnston?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Mr. Cooper, I'm going to go ahead and grant his motion to dismiss. Let me give you some info, though. The officer was kind to ticket you for that. He could have ticketed you or even arrested you for concealing ID of a motor vehicle, which is a suspendable license offense. So don't be transferring your tags around, okay?
All right. Okay. Thanks.
All right. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bobby Cooper.
Told you. Didn't I tell you the officer told me it's better to ride with
Folks,
no.
I can hear whatever it is you're saying. Bobby Cooper. All right. Some female had tried to get my attention a moment ago. Was that Carrie Cooper or somebody else whose name you think I've already called? Bradley Conway. Asia Conaway. Bobby Lee Collins. Letitia Colin Garcia. Christopher Cogdill. Dontavius Cofield. Yolanda
Yes, Your Honor.
Cobb. Oh, Mr. Cofield, you had a tag violation in 2020. Has your tag issue been resolved?
I don't have that vehicle anymore.
All right, you have a different car now with a good tag on it?
Yes.
Are you going to dismiss this ticket, Mr. Johnston?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'll dismiss it, Mr. Cofield. Bye now.
All right. Thank you.
Yolanda Cobb. Elisa Clark. Durante Clark. Tina Clark. Asden Castle. Millard Carter. David Carr. Euphemie Carlton. Ralston Campbell. Aquitia Burton. Terry Burgess. Caprice Birch. Roy Brideson. Jelani Bryant. Brianna Bryant.
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Ms. Bryant, you had a tag violation in 2020. Has the issue with your tag been straightened out?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you willing to dismiss her ticket, Mr. Johnston?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'll dismiss it, Ms. Bryant. You can go.
Thank you. Have a great weekend.
Thanks. Michael Brown. Keith Brown. Jalen Brown.
I'm here.
Ms. Brown, you had a tag violation in 2020. Has the issue with your tag been resolved?
Yes.
Will you dismiss her ticket, Mr. Johnston?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'll dismiss it, Ms. Brown. You can sign off.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good one. Thank you.
Derek Bridgewater. Helen Bridgman. Alexis Branch.
I'm here.
Ms. Branch, you had a tag violation in 2020. Has that issue been resolved?
It has.
Will you dismiss her tag ticket, Mr. Johnston?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Branch, you also later in 2020 had a speeding ticket. Are you asking that a $50 fine be imposed for that, Mr. Johnston?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Branch, do you want to plead guilty or nolo and pay around $80 for that ticket by February 28th?
Nolo.
Okay. So I'm going to impose the $50 fine, but the total due is around $80 because there's some surcharges to every fine that I impose.
Okay.
And if you'll provide your email address to us, we can email you the payment instructions for that one.
Awesome. I just typed it in the chat.
Great. So you'll get an email from an address at claytoncountyga.gov with those payment instructions telling you the total amount due and how to pay it either online or in person by September 28th.
Okay.
And I just need to check that we have a current address. Are you on Georgetown Court in Jonesboro?
Yeah, that's fine. Someone's house.
Okay. Yes, that's a good address.
That's a good address.
Okay. All right. Any questions?
No, that's it. Thank you.
All right. Bye, Ms. Branch.
Bye.
Richard Brackett. Chase Boyd.
Present, Richard Brackett.
Oh, Mr. Brackett, you had a tag ticket in 2021. Has the issue with your tag been resolved?
Yes, ma'am.
Going to dismiss his tag ticket, Mr. Johnston?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'll dismiss that one too, Mr. Brackett. You can go.
Thank y'all. Y'all have a blessed day.
Thanks. Chase Boyd.
I'm here.
You had a tag ticket also in 2021. Have you corrected the issue with your tag, Mr. Boyd?
Yes.
Will you dismiss his ticket too, Mr. Johnston?
Yes, ma'am.
We'll dismiss it, Mr. Boyd. You can go.
Okay, thank you.
Charles Bowen. Kiana Bingham. Carla Bergman.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Did you say Kiana Bannister or?
No.
Oh, okay.
Bingham. Carla Bergman, excuse me. Israel Ben, or it may be Tuva Ben Israel.
I'm here.
Sir, you had failure to get a tag in 30 days from 2020. Did you get a tag for your car?
Yes, I did, ma'am.
Okay. Are you willing to dismiss his ticket for that, Mr. Johnston?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. We'll dismiss it, sir. You can sign off.
All right, thank you both.
All right. Bye now. Christian Bell. Janice Bediaco. Yvette Barber. Brittany Barber. All right, Ms. Bannister, here you are. Did you get your tag issue straightened out on your vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
Will you dismiss her ticket also, Mr. Johnston?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we'll dismiss it, Ms. Bannister. Bye now.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Sure. John Ballesteros. Harold Balka. Jewel Baker. Arthur Bailey. Thomas Ayula, Latimora maybe Atkinson, or Latimdra Atkinson, Jada Askew, Dwayne Armstrong.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Mr. Armstrong, you had a tag ticket in 2021. Is that issue with your tag been fixed?
Yes, ma'am, it has.
Will you dismiss his ticket also, Mr. Johnston?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we'll dismiss it, Mr. Armstrong. You can go.
All right, thank you all so much.
All right, Kiera Archie, Tobias Anderson, Benjamin Anderson, Xavier Allen. Last but not least on the calendar is Presley Adams. Mr. Adams?
I'm here, ma'am.
Yes. You had a tag decal issue and something with your headlights. Has all of that been resolved or corrected?
The car was totaled last February the 13th, ma'am.
Oh, goodness. All right. You have a different car now, Mr. Adams?
Yes, ma'am. I have a 2000 Ford van, and that tag was actually transferred from that Lincoln Town car over to that van.
Okay. Mr. Johnston?
Hello?
I'll dismiss that ticket, Your Honor. Those tickets.
All right. We'll dismiss both tickets, Mr. Adams.
Thank you kindly to both of you.
All right. Bye.
Hello?
All right. Yes. I'm
Yes,
coming back
this
to
is
folks that may not have responded. Hang on a moment. So I do have, yes, someone signed on as Priscilla Findley. Who are you? The person that is signed on under Priscilla Findley? You
Yes,
can
this is
unmute and tell me your name.
Hello, this is Benjamin Anderson. Hello?
Hi, can you hear me, Mr. Anderson?
No, I can't.
Well, you heard me ask that. Did you? So you can't hear me at all, Mr. Anderson?
I hear you now, ma'am.
Good. You had a tag violation in 2020. Have you fixed that tag problem?
I'm no longer in possession of the vehicle, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Johnston, you willing to dismiss Mr. Anderson's ticket?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll dismiss it, Mr. Anderson. Bye now.
Well, thank you much, and you have a great day.
Thanks.
Bye.
Myra Mead, I guess, is signed on.
Your Honor, I never heard my name be called. Good morning.
Hi, what is your last name?
My name is
Myra.
Oh.
Hang on, Miss Mead. I'm sorry. What was the other person who was talking to me? What's your last name?
Kendall, first name Ivy.
Spell the last name.
Kendall.
Kendall with a K, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
First name
I did.
Ivy.
Maybe I skipped you somehow, Miss Kendall, but at any rate, you had defective equipment and a tag violation. Have those issues been straightened out?
Yes, ma'am, and got straightened out the next day.
Great. Are you willing to dismiss both of her tickets, Mr. Johnston?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Thank you
We'll
very
dismiss
much,
them,
Mr.
Miss Kendall.
Johnson. All right. So you said you didn't see me because I didn't hear you call me.
Well, you just signed on as iPhone, but I don't remember if I called your name. Honestly, sometimes I skip a name, but we got you.
Okay, thank you. Y'all have a wonderful day.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, Miss Mead.
Hi, sorry about that.
No, it's no problem. Miss Mead, you had a tag ticket in 2020. Let's deal with that first. Has your tag been current? You have current good tag on your car?
I don't have the car anymore.
Okay. Then you had tag, headlight violation, and speeding after that. So was that the same car?
It was the same car.
All right. So, Mr. Johnston, are you willing to dismiss the tag stuff and the headlights thing?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Johnston, are you asking if she wants to resolve the speeding for the court to impose a $50 fine?
Yes, ma'am. That seems fair.
Ms. Mead, do you want to plead guilty or nolo to that speeding and pay around $80 with surcharges for the fine plus surcharges?
So what would be the total? Is it just 80?
It's around 80. Sometimes it's $73.25, and sometimes it's $83.25.
Okay, that's
I don't, I don't control those surcharges, so I can't tell you exactly, but we'll send you an email with it if you want to do that.
okay.
You want to plead guilty or NOLO?
What? I'm so sorry. I don't live in the state anymore. So what's NOLO?
Well, in Georgia, NOLO means you're not contesting the ticket, and it saves you sometimes from points. Now, the law relating to points and that kind of business is different in every state. So I don't know what impact or if it would help you to do a NOLO in whatever state you're in. But that's it just means no contest instead of guilty, but it's the same fine.
Okay, can I do that?
Sure. Would you tell me your email address, please, ma'am, so that I can, or the clerk can email you the payment instructions for that?
Yes, it's M D as in dog, O0. Oh no, I'm lying. What is it? MDOR8003 @gmail.
All right. And I have an address in Stafford, Virginia. Is that correct? On Edgemore Court. Is that right?
No, not at all.
What's the address then?
It's 1919 Darden, DARDEN Court. No, Darden Street. I'm sorry. I just moved here like 6-7 months ago. 19 Darden Street, Cameron, North Carolina, 28326.
And Cameron is CAMERAN, or how is Cameron spelled?
CAMERON.
We aren't going to mail you anything unless you fail to pay, but you'll get the email information instructions with the exact amount due by February 28th, and you can pay it online or in person. Any questions?
All right. Oh, you have the right email, MDOR8003?
I believe she took that down.
Okay, I do have a question. So I didn't know, well, I knew this happened, but I just didn't know what was the procedure back then. So I just actually started working, and they're trying to, they did my background. They're like, well, what's going on? Is there something that you guys can email me saying something, or the case or the ticket number should be fine?
When you get the email from the clerk, it will show that all 3 of these cases are now closed.
Okay. All right.
Hopefully that's all you'll need.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Okay. Bye, Miss Mead.
Bye-bye. Have a good one.
Someone is trying to connect. It just says Ricky's Galaxy, but they're not connected to audio. I don't know who that is. They're not connected to audio. They probably can't hear me either. But hopefully, oh, here they are. Who's signed on now is Ricky's Galaxy. I can't hear you at all, sir. Do you know how, can you hear me, sir?
Oh.
Hello, now I can hear you. What is your name, sir?
This is Attorney Ricky Richardson.
Oh, Mr. Richardson, are you here for yourself?
No, I was sent this link and I wasn't sure why.
Do you have a client with a TK ticket?
Yeah, TK ticket, I think. And
who is your client?
Tequavius Lamarcus is the name that popped up.
Tequavius, and his last name is what?
Lamarcus, LAMARCUS. First name is THUIUS.
I'm not seeing it, but let me try again. LAMARQUES?
Correct. No, CUS. Lamarcus.
LAMARCUS.
Correct. And the first name is
Tequavius.
THU.
Okay.
Right.
I don't even have it in the computer at all.
Okay. It was, if it's a case of mine, it must be an old case of mine. It popped up on my screen.
I don't
That's
know.
fine. Yeah. See what-
LAMARCUS, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, they're not in the computer at all.
Okay.
So
Let me,
I don't really know,
there's
Mr.
some-
Richardson, what that
there's
was.
some-
If you can
there's
find
some
her,
ticket-
you
there's
got
some
a case
ticket
number?
I think I do. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Well, if I find it, Judge, I'll log back in.
Well, we're all signing off. If you find it, though, you can contact Mr. Johnston in the solicitor's office. He
Okay,
has that
will
part
do.
of the alphabet, and then he can help you deal with it.
Yes, ma'am. Have a great day.
Okay. All
Take
right.
care. Bye-bye.
Thank you. All right. Everybody have a great weekend.
You too, Judge.
Hi, you too.